Don't stop.
Hi, thanks so much for joining me on the Everything and Anything and a Bit Gay podcast. And this is The Gay Bit. I bring you a gay bit every Friday whenever I don't think my show is gay enough throughout the week. I bring you this Friday show where I make sure I really gay it up for you. So today we're going to talk about some stereotypical things that happen in the community and things that I have noticed. So let me give you the scenario or tell you my story. So last night I was out with a friend. We were having drinks. We went to dinner. We went to our bar that we usually go to once a week or so, once every couple weeks. And there was a guy that walked in. I'm like, oh, he's cute. My friend goes, oh, I think he's straight. Not surprising because in this bar, we've talked to people that are straight that come to this bar. It's mostly a gay bar, mostly men. There's not really that many lesbians. I don't know if I've ever seen a transgender person in this particular bar. So it's really kind of like a gay man's typical bar. There was a woman in there last night with a couple of gay men. But this guy, going back to him, my friend's like, I think he's pretty straight. And I've said, I don't know. And then I just was kind of looking around like, well, could there be other straight people in here? And like, my gaydar is like so off sometimes. But there are certain things that just give away straight people versus gay people. So let's start with the gay people. So first, I want to just say that people have tried to scientifically prove that a certain like way that someone's facial features are, that they can be gay. And that's like, it's been scientifically debunked multiple times. So like I looked this up to see if there's like a way that like certain like gay people have a certain, I don't know, something different about them than a straight person, but there's nothing that's out there. But I have to say, there are certain guys, whether this is scientifically proven or not, that have gay face. And if you are a gay person, you know what gay face is, or you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, you most likely know what gay face is. Certain guys, before they open their mouth, before they move, they could be standing there like a statue, and you look at them and you know they're gay because their face, they just have gay face. And I'm trying to think how I can explain to people that don't know what gay face is, what it is, but you just know there's a certain face. My husband, Andrew, often will say when we see somebody, he's like, oh, that person has gay face. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, he does. So, I mean, there's other things that you can pick up on. And I'm not talking about like gay men usually have better skin. They take better care of themselves. Some of them like do their eyebrows. Some of them overdo their eyebrows where they look like they want to be a, borderline woman sometimes. Like they like really shape them and make them real thin. I think that's too much sometimes. I don't think it looks right for certain guys' face. There's just all these things that gay guys talk about. I mean, I talk about skincare all the time on my show. So obviously that's a very gay trait that somebody would do. But the other thing is that I think that throws me off about my gaydar now is that there's the whole metrosexual thing that's been around for like 10 years or so. And so I think everybody knows what a metrosexual is, but in case you don't, I'll just give you a quick definition. So a metrosexual is a straight guy that does care about his appearance. So if you think about some guys, they have no style. They don't care what they look like. They barely brush their hair. There's just like not a lot. They don't care at all. So I have several friends that are my friends that are girls, their husbands or even their boyfriends or whatever, just you can tell they don't care. A lot of the guys, so this is how you can, I'll give you an example of a metrosexual. A lot of these guys that are on TikTok, like these influencers on TikTok, they dress well, they take care of themselves, they're metrosexual. And so they're not gay, or at least maybe they haven't figured out they're gay. Some of them I question if they're gay or not. Some of them I think have probably thought about having a dick in their mouth, but maybe they haven't yet. But yeah, that's the type of that's what a metrosexual is. Then you have the straight guys that, okay, well, go back to metrosexual. Again, I just want to make sure I'm being clear. Not every metrosexual guy I think is gay. I think there's certain ones out there that are metrosexual that just haven't figured out who they are yet. Because there's a lot of straight guys that can dress well and they are totally straight, and I don't think they're gay. But some of these TikTok influencers, they're a little fruity looking. I'm just like, I can, my gaydar is going off for them. And then let's talk about a typical straight guy that doesn't care about himself, that there's no way he's gay. So those are the ones that are wearing the Dockers to work with their boat shoes or their all-bird shoes. Is that what it's called? Joybird, all-bird, something. Bird shoes. It's like the brown or black shoe with a white sole outside. Like those are so fucking straight men's shoes. They're wearing just like the golf shirt. Like in the summer, they're wearing that material, and it looks like a golf shirt. Like I accidentally bought one of those from Lululemon. Like I thought it was going to be like a regular polo shirt, but it was actually came as like a golf shirt. I'm like, I'm never wearing this. I should have returned it. And then, there's just like a lot of straight guys. I'm just trying to think, like, whenever I've gone into an office, whenever I was working in a corporate world, there were so many straight guys. I'm just like, your wife must not have any style, or she doesn't care what you look like, because she does not dress you. And I guess she thinks since you don't care about what you look like, then why should she? So I guess she's probably been married for you for so long, and she probably hates you anyway. So yeah, she's just like, dress how you want. Or like she just like go to work and dress bad, because that way nobody will want to ever have an affair with you. So who knows? But gay face is a real thing. And we'll be right back. Okay, now back to the show. Also, I think that gay men also they follow culture and pop culture more. My husband does not know anything about pop culture, though, I have to say. So if we were watching, I don't know, let's say the MTV Music Awards or something, he would not know anybody at all. He would not know one song. He doesn't know like any Adele songs. He doesn't know about the new Madonna songs. He used to love Madonna, but he doesn't listen to any of that now. He doesn't, trying to think, what would he know? He doesn't know any of the Bravo stuff. He knows nothing about the Real Housewives. When the whole thing with Summer House came out with Tom Sandoval and Ariana and all of them, he knew nothing about any of that. He knew nothing about Summer House that just happened with Amanda and West and Kyle and Sierra. He knows nothing about that. I have tried to bring him up to speed on it because he asked about it. He's like, what is going on with this whole thing with the Summer House people? And I have told him, and he just doesn't get it. So, and that's fine. But I wish he knew a little bit more about pop culture. I wish he cared a little bit more about it. But he doesn't. He loves music. So I think if there's something around music, that's where my best entrance is to get him into pop culture. Because other than that, like he watches The Office on replay every night before he goes to sleep, like over and over and over. He watches Law and Order. I think he's probably watched every episode of every different SVU, Criminal Minds, whatever all those Law and Orders are. He watched them all like 100 times each. He watches Family Guy and King of the Hill. He watches all these shows like I have no interest in. And I feel like I don't even watch TV that much. Like I feel like I have my few reality shows that I watch, and then like I don't care. Like there's nothing else. Like I'm reading a book or something, or I'm watching something, a podcast on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. But there's also like a set of gay men that I can't forget, because not everybody is like, me, where I care about my skin and the way I dress. If you're watching this video, you obviously can tell I don't care the way I dress today, because I'm wearing this oversized t-shirt that says Hi Ken on it, which is from a P-Town, what's it called? The parade, what's the thing they have every year in P-Town? I can't think what it's called. Anyways, from P-Town from a couple of years ago. The t-shirt is way too big. And so like I just put it on today because I wanted to feel comfortable, because it's hot outside and I'm not going outside because it's too hot. And so today I don't care what I look like. But most days when I go out, I do care what I look like. But there are a lot of gay men who don't care. So let's talk about them. So, and I'm not bashing any group, because like there's just different people. And that's all. So I just want to make that clear. I am not bashing any group for being too femme, for being too butch, for being not dressing well, for nothing. I'm just talking about different people in the culture. So, you have bears. Bears don't necessarily, I think, care so much how they're dressing or what they look like. I think and maybe this is very stereotypical, but when I see a bear, I think t-shirts, jeans, maybe flannel in the winter. Yeah, that's how I see like a bear. Then you have the twinks, and we all know what twinks are. They're young, smooth, skinny, pretty good skin, at least. Then you have the twunks, I guess. That's when they get older. Then you have the super femme guys that are like femmy and annoying and super gay. And we're going to go into that a little bit more. They definitely, a lot of them have gay face. Like you can tell right away that they have gay face. But there's also a difference between gay men that are like living in a city compared to gay men that are living in a small town. And so when I went to go see my mom in early June, she lives in the Midwest in a smaller town, and there's gay people that are there, believe it or not. I would see some of these gays. I'm just like, okay, yeah, like they would not fit in Boston or New York. And I actually, by the way, and I don't dress super fancy when I go see my mom, but every time I go there, somebody makes a remark like, "Oh, you're not from here, are you?" I'm like, "Why would you say that?" Like, "Oh, I can just tell by the way you dress." Like, boy, I dress like if I'm going out to dinner, I'm wearing jeans and like a shirt, but like, I don't know, maybe there's just something about me that I'm giving off. I'm not a country bumpkin hick, but I don't know. That's just maybe the vibe I give off, which I'm glad about that. So, there's lots of stereotypes that are out there about gay people. Some of them are true, though. I feel like it's really the norm in a lot of ways. But not just the gay face, but the gay voice sometimes. And I'm going to tell you, I know that my voice is not super masculine, but I'm not that screeching gay. It took me a long time to want to do this podcast and get used to my voice and to hear it and to know what I really sounded like. Because same thing everybody says, what you hear, your voice is not really what you sound like. You sound much differently. But I see some of these gay guys. We went to Club Cafe like a couple months ago, me and my friend Mark and my friend David. End of the night, I think they were going to close in 45 minutes. It was either twinks or really old men in there. And the twinks came up and they were in love with my friend David and Mark. One of them tried to kiss my friend Mark before we left. And some of these, like this one twink, he was so lispy. He sounded like, if you're familiar with the Brady Bunch, he sounded like Cindy Brady. Like, "Hi, my name is Jonathan." Like, I'm just like, I don't even know what you're saying because you're so lispy and breathy. And then you got those high-pitched queens that their voice sounds like nails on a chalkboard and they're so fucking loud. And sometimes you have those New Yorker or even Boston screechy queens and you just want to fucking punch them in the throat because you're just like, what? Don't you know like your voice is that annoying? And then me and my friend Tony would always make fun of the guys that add like 400 S's at the end of everything. So here's an example. I got my iPhones. It's like, iPhones. Do you have one or do you have 27? Because as many S's as you had in there were a lot. So yeah, those lispy gays are with those S's. And sometimes my friend Tony, when he starts to really gay it up, he gets a little bit of S. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. I said, I need like a translator. And we call it an S translator. So like if we're on the phone, I'll start hitting buttons. I'm like, okay, now maybe I can understand you because I turn my translator on because I don't understand that gay language you're talking. So, and some people say that like certain speech patterns sometimes kind of identify by if you're straight or gay or whatever you are, just by the way that you're talking and things that you say. I mean, gays definitely have their own language. Again, it's very stereotypical, but yes, queen. I mean, that's so stupid. Like nobody really says that if they're gay, really. But I mean, there's all these things like top and bottom. Like there were so many straight people that did not know what a top, bottom, and versatile was until the last, I don't know, I would say the last 5 years it's became more mainstream. Before that, nobody knew what it is. And I'm trying to like think what made straight people know what a top and a bottom was. Like, I wonder what like what show or movie or like what really kind of brought that into the mainstream? Because now I think everybody, I should ask my mom this. Mom, do you know what a top or a bottom or versatile is? Do you know what a side is? I should ask her. She probably doesn't know what a side is. I don't think that's mainstream enough, but I don't know. I think I will ask her. It's weird to ask my mom that, but I think I will. Um, yeah, we'll see. And then, the people also, I think a lot of people like judge gay people. Like they feel like that every gay man should like be a well dresser. It's kind of like the old stereotypes where, oh yeah, he must be what's a typical job? He must work in retail or he's a florist. What's another typical? He must work in hospitality. I'm trying to think what other gay jobs that there are that people, but a lot of gay men are super successful and they're in, C-level positions now. So it's not like that every gay man that wants to go to school to become a florist. I don't think I know any florists I don't think I know a florist. So that stereotype is kind of out. Maybe that's just an old, outdated thing. But whenever you like see these skits on TV and stuff, you see people like, oh yeah, he's a florist and because he's gay and stuff. So all stereotypes. And we'll be right back. Okay, and now back to the show. I feel like a lot of people's gaydar that are my age or even within 15 years of my age, their gaydar is off because you don't really know like what people's sexuality is anymore. Because again, it's not just the metrosexuals, but it's just like this new generation of guys and girls, like everything is more neutral. No, that's not the right word I'm looking for. Like everything is more not basic because the clothing isn't basic, but everything is more gender neutral. That's the word I'm looking for. Like if you went to the women's department in some of these stores, like a man could pick something out there very easily and get away with it because everything is kind of like, even like cologne and perfume now, a lot of them are like gender neutral because like some of the colognes, I have probably like 25 colognes in my bathroom. And some of them like smell a little like the ones that are light for the summer smell a little floral, maybe a little bit too much. Tom Ford has this cologne that I like. It's definitely a gender neutral perfume or cologne. It's called Rose Prick and it smells like roses. I don't love wearing it all the time, but sometimes like in the summer, it's just kind of like a refreshing smell. And it's nice when you mix it with another Tom Ford cologne, like vanilla tobacco or something. So you smell like a smoky vanilla rose, if that makes sense. And then you also see like I have seen more guys in public wearing like a little skirt or dress. And maybe that's because I live in a city, like a bigger city like Boston. In New York, I would see it all the time. And they're not transgender. They're just like wearing what they want because that's what they want to wear. And I love that for them, that people can feel. I think if a guy wants to wear a little dress or skirt or whatever, do it. Like, who cares? Like, wear whatever you want. And you shouldn't be judged for it. I mean, if you're wearing khakis and boat shoes and a golf shirt, maybe you should be judged then. But other than that, like if you want to like experiment with different styles and different clothing and stuff, I mean, I think go for it. I have a friend that I'm no longer friends with, but he likes to wear khakis and boat shoes and bad shirts because he like never refreshes his wardrobe. You would think he was, I don't know, he has a good, decent job, but you would think he's maybe homeless a little bit or poor or something because of the way he dresses. But I don't know. He just has no taste or style. So that's maybe we're not friends anymore. But you got to think like, where did all these stereotypes like originate from? They originated because this is how people really are, and I think it's fine. Lesbians definitely have a lot of stereotypes that are true, and they admit it. Like lesbians are like, oh yeah, we are going to move in together. We just met, 3 weeks ago. They fall in love very quickly. They move in, they move out, they get the U-Haul truck as soon as they go on their first date. I think there's some gay men that are now doing that. Me and Andrew, when we were together for oh God, this almost ended our relationship too. We were together for 3 or 4 months. Our apartments, we both had studio apartments. They were 4 blocks from each other. And I said to him one night, I'm like, I stay over at your house every single night. Why don't I just like move in here and then we only have to pay one rent? And let me tell you, that scared the shit. I did not hear from him. We went from seeing each other every day, talking every day on the phone during the day at work, to I didn't hear from him for 2 days. I'm like, fuck, I ruined that. I scared the shit out of him. He's like, oh, this is moving way too fast. And to think, why would I want to move in with somebody? He had a studio and I had a studio. Like, it was good that I had my own space. But yeah, I was like, yeah, let's save money and move in together, because money was not a luxury back then when we first met. We were both out of college and poor and trying to make it in New York City. And yeah, I was thinking that this is a great idea, but no, thank God, because I think we would have, first of all, there wouldn't have been enough room in one of our apartments for all the stuff that we all had too many clothes back then. So I needed my own apartment just for my clothes. And then I had, yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. I think I was just like, we were in love and I just like, oh yeah, let's save money and it will be fun. And, did I live? Oh yeah, I had a roommate that I lived with. My friend Lise I lived with. Did I ever live with anybody else? No, that's it. I lived with Lise and I've lived with Andrew. And that's it. So maybe I just thought it'd be fun to live with my boyfriend and play house. I don't know. But my whole point is that stereotypes about gay men, yep, a lot of them are true, but I don't think that gives the hall pass for some straight people, especially whenever it's a homophobic man to make those stereotypes. Like, you can't say it. You can't say, oh yeah, he's a florist, or he works in retail, or he's got gay face, or his eyebrows are too arched and too thin and stuff. So I think it's only like only a gay person can really say fag. So a straight person can't say that. So that's how I feel about it. I'm allowed to talk about like all the LGBTQ plus world because I'm part of it. This is my community. But I don't think that a straight person is allowed to. So anyway, that's my thing. I've just seen gay guys. And by the way, I did not ask at the beginning of the story. I said I seen a guy in the bar, and my friend thought he was straight, and I did not. I didn't ask him. He wasn't cute enough to really go up and talk to. But I'm thinking back about what he was wearing, and he probably was straight. Because I'm thinking about his shoes and socks and his shorts. He had like on some cargo shorts or something. So he was probably straight. He probably just didn't know he was in a gay bar. Because that's happened to other people. That's come. I'm like, oh, this one guy, when we were in this same bar a month before, this guy was standing there by himself. I went and talked to him, and he goes, I said, oh, one of my friends thinks that you're cute. And he goes, oh, what? No, I'm straight. And I said, oh, okay. He goes, am I in a gay bar? And I said, you are. He goes, oh, I've been here like every night this week because I'm in town traveling for business. I've been coming here getting a drink. I'm like, well, it's okay. You're allowed to be here. And then I didn't know that he was going to come over, and I didn't know he was this drunk, and he was going to want to talk to us and about some stupid shit. I don't even know what he was saying because he was so drunk. And then I left him there with my friends and went and started talking to other people because I'm like, I can't do this. Yeah. So I do that a lot, where I go up and I'll introduce myself to somebody, bring over to my friends, and I'm like, hey, friends, here's this new friend. And then if I like lose interest in the guy, I kind of walk away, and then they're stuck talking to my friends. So that's not a good friend, but sometimes I'm just an okay friend, not a great friend. So anyway, that is my show. This is The Gay Bit. Thanks for listening. I will be back on Sunday with a brand new episode with a new guest. And so tune in, and I hope you have a great weekend. And we are in the middle of summer, so I hope you are enjoying your summer. It's been a hot summer so far, and I think we're all going to be like wishing for fall in a few more weeks. So thanks so much for listening.